start the drive with Cook. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
To the air, Allen.
That is Cook. Kincaid with it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Allen.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
At the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Round 80! Alert, alert, alert! What's that?
To throw, it's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Allen going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Khalil Shakir.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Looking to put a drive together.
Cougar 19.
Throwing to start the drive. Ballmer.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41.
Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now inside the 25.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
What's that?
On the run, this is Hilliard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
At the 15-yard line.
What's that?
Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Keon Coleman.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. They snap a night, bang, drinks, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Cowboy 80.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
He'll try and do this himself. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Cook up the gut. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
It's a gain of 10. And Buffalo first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Allen.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing now is Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramirez. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Allen off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Finding Shakir across the formation. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
They'll try the middle with Cook. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Bonner. And this is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Bobcats. 60
Operating from the gun. Bonner. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try to maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
319.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal. With some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Bills.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bills 24. Jets nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line. The
New York offense taking over for their next possession. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them to
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Allen.
This taken in by Kincaid. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And again, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Bass on for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Okay, ready?
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Come on. Ready?
A final shot before break. Bonner looking here for Smith downfield.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
They run the counter. Goodson. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
2 yards.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now they'll change things up. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard
Cowboy
line.
80.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. His throw incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Round 80.
Back to throw. Allen. Allen going to run with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Allen going to change the look here. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
319.
Allen maybe with a free play. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on second down. Allen has his man. It's Shakir. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Oh, yeah, you got it, you got it. 180. Look out.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him right where it all started. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Here we go, here we go. Ready,
Off the play fake. Bonner airing it out deep for Smith. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Bonner. Looking here for Smith downfield. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10.
60 Maverick. Let's go now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Uses the spin. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 60 yards. Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. Here's 2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramirez. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
That's good for Bills. 1st down. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Bills.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3. To the air, Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
They'll run with Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They try again with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just added on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Come on, come on.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Ready? Ready?
Looking to throw. Bonner. He finds Wilson. And they've got it run across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go! Go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Get it! Let go!
They'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Jets have recovered. They had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run. It's Hilliard. Now gets free up the left sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 60 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now the former Hurricane, David Martinez. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Operating from the gun, Bonner. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
77 Wolf. Hey, go.
Paul want to give up the middle. And good penetration here. They'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hawk 70. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bonner. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run. Martinez. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Jets, first down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
6-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down into the 20-yard line. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bills, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.